Well, they will see
Wonderment.
tigers and lions.
And bears, oh
leopards
my.
and panthers.
No bears, no bears.
Elephants, though, right?
Elephants, yes. And of course, there's a cast of 150. I think what we did, we brought the theatrics first time to Las Vegas. Before it was always the French revues and so, and I think we brought a little bit the family entertainment.
This is such a production. Your manager describes it as putting on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom every single night. How complicated is it to
Well,
stage?
it's like, it is a Steven Spielberg movies, only live on stage every night twice. In front of 3,000 people.
That's kind of
you know?
sums it up, yeah.
Is it exhausting for you two?
You know, for some reason, when you have an audience like this every time, it's for us, it's an energy.
Invigorating.
And yes, and it is actually afterwards, it's exhausting.
Actually, the
during-
audience is
while
who
we-
gives you the energy and the inspiration of being on stage. And we've been for 26 years or 27 is it in this town, and every night is like opening night.
Now,
So
animals
we,
play such
live
an
like
important role in your show, and I understand you brought a couple of lion cubs
Well,
for
Yes.
us this morning.
The preservation of the white lions and the white
my
tigers
gosh, they're
is really a
beautiful.
passion of ours. Hello. Oh.
Yes.
In
Right
fact,
here.
I was going to ask you if you get a lot of grief from animal rights activists for using animals in your show.
No.
But you guys are very strong conservationists.
No, actually not at all, because the animal rights groups and we are doing something together. What we are creating is an awareness. These are the ambassadors of the ones who used to be around. These are the two white lion cubs. This is Vision and this is Passion. They're already extinct in the wild. And 15 years ago, as we started our white tiger breeding program, no one really thought we would be this successful, but we have 38 white tigers now and 6 snow whites. And from the white lion was extinct in the wild, we have today 11 right here in Las Vegas, and you're looking at 2 of them.
How old are these cubs?
They are now 10 and a half weeks old.
Oh,
Yes.
wow, 10 and a half weeks, that's
Yes.
it?
Yes,
And I
that's
understand, Roy, you meditate with the animals before the show, is that
Yeah.
right?
Well, they're part of our lifestyle. It's our passion, it's our quest. So whatever we do together. We are partners in crime, so to say. We play together, we live together. It's a lifestyle who is really determined what we're doing.
And if you go see your show, you can see a couple of these critters disappear,
they're
right?
part of us.
Yeah, our family is now grown up to 56 large cats. And of course an animal like the elephant, but we also you can see it also in the Siegfried and Roy Secret Garden, which we just opened up a couple of weeks ago.
In the Mirage Hotel
In the Mirage
as well.
Hotel, yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming by, and thank you for bringing your friends as well. They're absolutely beautiful animals.
Thanks.
And it's nice to meet you both.
Well, I hope I'm gonna see you tonight on
I
stage.
hope so, and thank you for not
All
making
right.
me disappear.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that.
Okay.
And we'll be back with more of Today, the special edition of Today from Las Vegas, right after this.
Very sweet.
Very nice. Anyway, coming up in this half hour, we've got a lot to get to. We're going to talk about the mob and its influence through the years in Las Vegas and whether it still exists today.
A couple of big names. Engelbert Humperdinck will be here and perform for us, and Shecky Green. We've always called you Shecky Couric. We're going to meet the original Shecky this
And
morning.
Shecky
also.
Lauer as well. And for the purpose of full disclosure, maybe you're wondering why, as the day goes on, it's getting darker here in Las Vegas. That is because we are taping this show on Sunday night so you could get a full picture of the brilliance of this city at night, in the dark, with all those lights. I wouldn't want to pay this electric bill, would
Not
you?
at all, not at all. But we should mention that the news certainly is live, and for that reason, we go now to Ann Curry, who's at our affiliate here in Las Vegas, KVBC TV. Ann, good morning.
Good morning, Matt, Katie.
Thanks very much, Ann. Now we're going to go to Al Roker, who's somewhere along the strip checking out something wild and wacky, no doubt.
You bet, Katie. We've got Lance Burton, master magician. You've seen him on NBC. He appears nightly at the Monte Carlo. Lance.
Hi, Al. How are you? This is my buddy Elvis. Well, he's not the real Elvis. You know, he lives in Michigan now. But Elvis, we're going to do a little song. We're going to sing Jailhouse Rock. You're the backup singer. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Take it out.
Oh, yeah. The one for the... No, the wrong one. Okay.
Let's
there
do
you
some magic.
Okay.
This is a trick Elvis calls going south. Now, he won't do the trick unless the cage is covered, so you can't see him. No, buddy. That's all right. They can't see you. Oh, he wants to see his fans one more time. Say goodbye, Elvis.
Wow.
Elvis has left the building.
Lance Burton, ladies and gentlemen. That's fabulous. Aaron Knightley at the Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo Hotel.
All righty. Thanks a lot, Lance. We appreciate that. All righty. You saw what was happening with Lance Burton. Now here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Oh, that was very nice. Thank you very much, Lance.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything in my ear? Something? Nothing in my ear? Okay.
What?
There's nothing in my ear.
Are
is
we
there?
on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, no, your jacket looks.
Oh,
Al,
oh.
you know what? You got a little tag stuck on your
sorry.
coat.
Oh, thank
Let
you.
me pull it off for you.
Oh,
Hold
thank
on.
you, Lance.
You're
Thank-
you're professional, Al. You're not supposed to have this.
Oh, my gosh. Well, back to you, Katie.
Take him away. Thanks, Al. The mob days of Vegas have been glamorized in movies like Casino and Bugsy, starring Warren Beatty.
I got it! I got it! It came to me like a vision, like a religious epiphany.
You're not talking about God, are you, Ben?
I am talking about the single best idea I ever had.
Well, Bugsy Siegel's idea was to build the Flamingo Hotel and put organized crime in the Las Vegas casino business. Here to separate fact from fiction is Bob Siller, a special agent of the FBI who worked to help bring down some of the mob families in this town. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here, Katie.
The Strip would not be the Strip had it not been for the mob, correct?
Well, they play a part in history and the development of Las Vegas, but I think a lot of other people also contributed.
But in 1946, when Bugsy Siegel started the Flamingo, I mean, that was really the beginning of tremendous growth here in
Absolutely.
Las Vegas, was it not?
Yes, it was. It was part of the history.
What kind of illegal activities were they primarily involved in? Money skimming?
Money skimming, loan sharking, and then, of course, gambling, just gambling, skimming off of gambling proceeds.
Now, the Teamsters had a lot to do with building up Vegas as well. Isn't that true?
I think there is evidence that Teamsters Union funds went toward the construction and building of Las Vegas.
What happened to the mob? I mean, some people say that Howard Hughes, really the mob wasn't run out of town, that Howard Hughes bought it out when he came here in 1966 and snatched up 6 hotels. That was the beginning of the end. Would you say he deserves some credit in this?
No, I think that what really ran them out is effective law enforcement, and particularly the FBI. It was in the late 70s and early 80s when we started using the RICO statute and we started looking at the mob families. So we pretty much dismantled them and ran them out of Las Vegas.
Bob, tell us about RICO and why that had a huge impact and why it gave you all more teeth, or the law more teeth.
Well, the RICO statute gave us an opportunity to look at a family, a mob family, as an organization, and completely dismantle the family by taking down the boss and everyone, showing that they were an organized group involved in criminal activity.
Even if they didn't live in Vegas at the time?
Even if they didn't live in Vegas. Before that, we were taking down individuals, and the family and the organization would continue. I think the movie Casino kind of portrays the end to the mob influence as it was then in Las Vegas.
Is there still mob influence today?
There is very little. It's very little mob influence. Most of the hotels, if not all of them, are major corporations traded on the stock exchange. There are some mob members here, and we're very conscious of those individuals and have investigations against some of them. And a lot of them visit Las Vegas, and some have retired here. As long as they're not active, I don't have a problem with them.
Interestingly enough, you're dealing with Asian mobs who are trying to do scams inside the casinos these days?
That's correct.
Tell me about them. What are they doing?
Well, these are groups that they happen to be Asian. They are groups that come in and through a collective effort are skimming or cheating, mostly in the baccarat tables and things like that. They're collectively working together, and a lot of times they have an inside person. And we've been very successful in identifying some groups like this.
So they're keeping you busy?
Keeping us very busy.
Well, Bob Siller of the FBI, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure
really
for being
appreciate
here.
it.
Thank you.
And up next, the cops who handle the Desert Patrol, all 6,000 miles of it. That's right after this.
If you drive to Las Vegas from the west, the Southern California area, chances are you'll stop in the town of Baker, California, which, by the way, is the home of the world's tallest thermometer. Well, it's just a rest stop for a lot of tourists, but as John Frankel found out, it's also a town that is very tough on crime. And John joins us now. John, good to see you.
Good to see you, Matt. Tough is not the word for it. 2 San Bernardino Sheriff's deputies are based in Baker, and they patrol an area in the desert that's the size of the state of Connecticut. Now, if you think that's too big a beat for these guys to patrol, just ask